Hi, everyone, and happy Wednesday. As a reminder, we are recording today's session. It will be available both on, not just online, for you to view at a later time, or you can share the link with your colleagues, and hopefully they can join us in the future. As always, my name is Rachel Phillips. I am one of the health coaches here at Incenta Health. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to start this week off a little bit differently with a poll, just to see where everybody's at. So I'm going to launch a poll, and if you can just click where you're calling in from, that would be fantastic. Love to see where everybody's from. Lots of Denver folks.
I'm not seeing the poll, Rachel.
Uh-oh.
Is it still up?
It is, yeah. Can anybody else not see it?
It's just me.
I had to click a poll in progress.
I have to
prompt.
click poll.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you. We're all learning new technology features every day. Awesome. It looks like most of us are in the Denver area, hopefully enjoying some sunshine before the snow tonight. And we have somebody from somewhere else in Colorado, hopefully a cool part of the state. And then somebody calling in from the Southwest Power Pool, which is in the Southeast United States. Thank you all so much. I just wanted to see where you all were coming from and hopefully make some connections for you all. So this week, we have a Q&A. We had a ton of questions come in. We picked some of our favorites. If we don't get to all of them, that's okay. If you have a question that you forgot to submit, that's okay too. Feel free to put it in the chat or just take yourself off mute at any time. I would love for this to be a conversation with everybody. So if you have an answer that fits, feel free to share that as well. So we're going to start with some basic, just healthy eating questions that we got in. The first one being, should I eat before or after a workout? And this gets the it depends answer. It depends on what your body is doing, what your workout goals are. I would say definitely eating before a workout is helpful. It gives your muscles all the fuel that you need to get through that workout. Eating a complex carb before a workout can be really beneficial. And then eating a protein directly after your workout. You might see, if you ever go to the gym, a lot of protein shakers. How much protein should I be eating? If you are not like an elite athlete, the recommendation is 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So about 1 gram of protein per every 2 pounds of body weight. So if you are 150 pounds, for easy math, you want about 75 grams of protein a day. If you split that in between number of meals, if I can do math really quickly, if you eat 5 meals a day, that's what, 15 grams of protein per meal. 1 egg is about 7 grams of protein. So if you eat two hard-boiled eggs, you don't eat 10 eggs a day, but we don't need quite as much protein in our diet as a lot of people think we do. There are elite athletes that eat in the hundreds, like 250 grams of protein. For those of us who are recreational exercisers, we don't need that amount of protein. Our body doesn't know what to do with it, so we actually excrete it anyway. And a lot of us do overeat our protein, especially being so meat centric. Having meat at every meal, a lot of people overeat their protein. And with me, a serving size is about the size of your palm. So when you get that, 22-ounce ribeye, I think, that's just too much. We want about 3 to 4 ounces, so about the size of our palm. We got a few questions about keto. Keto is trending. What is that all about? So the keto diet was initially developed for an intervention for children with epilepsy that was drug resistant. So doctors weren't able to support children with epilepsy through medications for whatever reason. So they came up with this keto diet, which is incredibly high in fat and protein and has almost no carbs per day. A true keto diet has 25 grams of carbohydrates a day, not added sugar, just 25 grams of carbs a day, which is about 1 medium apple of carbohydrate a day. And if you think about what you're eating, you're probably eating at least 10 times that in a day. So it is really, really difficult to get all the way down to that really low carb intake. Ketosis is definitely, the keto diet is a medically intervening diet. So I would highly recommend don't do it if your doctor says doesn't monitor you on that. We can get similar effects of weight loss as folks see with the keto diet by ensuring that we're eating complex carbohydrates and watching our portions. I think the reason that keto is so popular is that a lot of people will cut out the breads and the donuts, cookies, ice creams, and that is shown over and over again that will help us in a healthful diet eat less, have less carbohydrate, but we don't need to be that restrictive at that 25 grams per day. So I would recommend, if you are concerned about your carbohydrates, really focus on the ones that come from the earth. So your fruits, your vegetables. If you can grow it and pick it yourself, it's probably a good food for you to eat. Will intermittent fasting help me lose weight? Thank you, Tina. 1 ounce equals 28 grams. Is that I'm assuming that's for if you're weighing for your macros. So thank you, Tina. Will intermittent fasting help me lose weight? The science is on both sides for this one. So intermittent fasting, we all do it because we don't sleep we don't eat when we sleep during the night, and hopefully we're getting a couple hours of sleep every night. But intermittent fasting is taking large amounts of time on purpose without eating. So some people do 16 hours of no eating, 8 hours of eating. Some people intermittent fast for an entire 24 hours once per week. What a lot of the science is showing is that intermittent fasting helps you lose weight because you are consuming less calories during the day. Weight loss at a very basic level is calories in versus calories out. We want to expend more calories than we're taking in. So if intermittent fasting works for you, that's awesome. But if you're like, I need breakfast by 9 a.m. and intermittent fasting isn't working for me at all, that's okay too. All of us have different bodies and all of us have different needs of when and how we eat our food. Do we have any other questions from who is on the call around healthy eating? Awesome. Perfect. Let's talk a little bit about activity because we know that is half of the battle, as well as getting more active. We got a question that said, I know I need to be more active, but I don't have time. Help. I think we hear this a lot. We've probably all have used this as an excuse to not go to the gym. I know I do every now and again. But there are ways to be active that don't require you to set aside an hour at a time to go to the gym and find childcare and all of those things. Some of my favorite ways to get active, throw on some good music and have a dance party in your kitchen while you're cooking dinner. I do that almost every night. Another way, do it with your kids. After school, if the weather's nice, make it part of your routine that the entire family goes around the block for a walk. You can park a little bit further away when you go like grocery shopping, park in the back of the parking lot. You get more steps that way. It's important to know too that when we recommend 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity a week, it doesn't have to be all chunked together. It can be broken down. So that 10-minute walk in the morning with your dog, plus a 10-minute stretch break at lunch, and then a 10-minute walk after work, again with your dog or your kids, that's half an hour a day, and that's what the recommendation is. So chunking it out also helps. I also set a timer on my phone that at the 50 of every hour, I get up and move my body, even if it's just to go fill up my water bottle or use the restroom. That way I am getting a little bit more activity in my body. And it's really helpful with all of us sitting at desks all day to open up those shoulders and hopefully alleviate some of that pain. Next question, how can I curb my late night cravings? I think all of us probably want to eat a lot more food at the end of the day because we finally get that moment to just like sit and relax. Work is done. Hopefully the kids are taken care of. One thing that I have found with late night cravings is that we aren't eating enough during the day. So if you are a late night snackers, I recommend keeping a food journal and write down everything you eat, when you eat it. And you might find that you're not eating enough protein and you're just not eating enough at all. And your body's going, hey, I'm hungry, feed me, feed me, feed me. And then we overeat and go to bed, and that's just never fun. So those are two ways that you can curb your late night cravings. Try eating more during the day and eating more protein. Protein keeps us fuller longer. What are healthy restaurant and fast food options? This is a great question. And I love now that there is this, I don't think it's mandated, but a lot of restaurants are putting their caloric information on their menus that you can look up on their apps, online. A lot of them have it even on the menu when you go out to eat. I would say always make sure that your plate is at least half fruits or vegetables. Get your dressings on the side. Getting meats or proteins that aren't fried is really helpful to save some of those calories. And not eating the whole portion. When we go out to eat, we get these giant portions. You know, a regular macaroni and cheese at Noodles, I think, is like 1,100 calories. And you don't need to eat all of that. Try eating half of it and saving half of it for later. Another way to do that. Most restaurants, most fast food places do have a more less calorie dense option. So I would say if you're going out to those places, look at what you like to eat and then look at those calories. How do I do the program workouts with the resistance band? It's not the same. It's not the one that you get through our program doesn't have those handles unlike Coach Kenna's. You can still use them. You just have to kind of roll them around your hands a little bit. You can tie a loose knot in it if you need a full circle. Can you use your own weights? Absolutely. None of our workout programs are prescriptive. They are a baseline for you to get started. But if a curl with 10-pound dumbbells is where you're at with your fitness routine, absolutely. We just want you to get active and move that body. So whatever works for you, feel free to implement it. Do we have any questions about physical activity? Awesome. Easy. So a couple things about the meal plans. Can I substitute things on the meal plan? Absolutely. Again, our meal plans are not prescriptive. You do not have to follow them to the T, but you can if you want to. And an example of something that you might want to substitute, if you're not a cottage cheese eater, you can substitute that cottage cheese for a cheese stick or a hard-boiled egg, a handful of nuts, something else that gives you protein. So absolutely, if you need to make a substitution based off of your own preferences, your own dietary restrictions, please feel free. Our health coaches can help you identify what those substitutes can be as well. If you're scratching your head going, I don't like cottage cheese, but I don't know what I can replace it with, feel free to reach out to us and we can absolutely help with that. How many calories should I be eating? This is, again, very based off of who you are, how much you're eating, your activity level. There's our bodies burn a certain amount of calories just for living, and then we burn a little bit more calories just on basic movements that we do every day, and then we burn calories with intended exercise. So my needs as somebody in her 20s, that's 5'2", I'm pretty short, my calories would not be the same as, you know, a male in his 30s that is a CrossFitter. He's going to need a lot more than me. And if I have the goal of losing weight, I'm going to need more. If I have the goal of gaining weight, I flip that around. So if I need to lose weight, I need to eat less. If I need to gain weight, I need to eat more. The recommendation from the USDA is always around 200 or 2,000 calories per day. And if you are trying to lose weight, we back that off by 10% to start about 1,800 calories. Again, not prescriptive. For some people, 2,000 calories is way too many. Our caloric needs tend to go down as we get older. So this is something that you can reach out to a registered dietitian, your doctor. You can talk to one of us as health coaches, and we can help you identify that a little bit more. At the end of the day, eat healthful foods, fruits, vegetables, lean meats, nuts, seeds. Again, if you can grow it and farm it yourself, it's probably a good food for you to eat. How often do I need to weigh in? For the Incenta Health program and to earn those rewards for achieving and maintaining a healthy BMI, we ask you to weigh in 1 time per quarter. Those quarters are specific to you depending on when you enrolled into the program. If that quarterly is not enough for you, you can absolutely weigh in more often. A lot of people find support in weighing in once a week. Some people like to weigh in every day. However, I will caution you that when we weigh in every day, because life happens, sometimes we eat a little bit more, sometimes we eat more salt, we don't drink enough water, so our weight will fluctuate 1 pound or 2 every day. And if you're weighing in every day, you might see a little bit of a zigzag. That can be discouraging, so just something to be aware of. But again, for the Incenta Health program, we only ask you to weigh in once per quarter. Any questions after those next few? Awesome. Perfect. That's all the questions that we pulled today. We will be doing another Q&A at the end of March. So if you have a question come up, feel free to send it our way. You can email it to us. We also have a Google form ready to go for you. If you have missed any of our past sessions or you want to share any of these past sessions with friends or colleagues, visit us at incentahealth.com/wellness-chats. You can find all of them there, and we upload them every Wednesday as we go. And as always, we are here to support you in your health journey. Feel free to give us a call, an email, or chat with us in the app or online, personal.trainer@incentahealth.com. Our phone number is listed there. Teresa has a question. Oh, Teresa, you're right. I did skip number 11. Thank you. About snacks. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Give me just a second. So yes, snacks. Again, our meal program is, our meal plans aren't to be prescriptive. We write all of our meal plans with that 1,800 to 2,000 calorie guideline in mind, and that includes the meals and the snacks. We also have the 6-meal idea. So your blood sugar stays within a narrower range within the day. Hopefully you're not going to have that sugar crash, get that like 2 p.m. hanger. So I would say if the snacks are too much, you can back off of the amount that you're eating, or eat smaller meals. Maybe your meals are a little bit too big. And again, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. Everything that, all of the information that we give you is based in science, but it is not, the end all be all. So, does that help, Teresa? Sorry, I missed that one. Awesome. And we also ask, if you're not following us on Facebook and you are on Facebook, feel free to give us a like. I think that's what you do on Facebook. Facebook.com/Incenta Health and Incenta Health, healthy at home.